We know that every life is precious, and we know they can be snapped out in an instant. So we must protect life. The question before us is, where does that protection begin? At what age? I think certainly, if we think, everyone thinks, that protection certainly must begin when a heartbeat is detectable of that baby.
Governor Henry McMaster signed the fetal heartbeat bill into law on February 18, 2021. This bill would ban abortions after the heartbeat can be heard. Doctors say this is around 6 to 8 weeks. There are exceptions for rape, incest, the health of the mother, and fetal anomalies under the new law. The new law was blocked the day after it went into effect, but McMaster isn't giving up.
This is the most prohibitive abortion bill that I believe has ever been forwarded in South Carolina. And this bill, they're so proud of it because it would basically eliminate abortions after 6 weeks. And as you may know, a lot of women don't even know they're pregnant by that time.
State houses have signed 61 bills since January 1st that add restrictions to abortions.
For them to make the fetal heartbeat bill S1, that means that was their number one priority, and they said that bill was their number one priority this session while we are in the middle of a global pandemic. And even then, roughly 8,000 South Carolinians had already lost their lives to complications from COVID-19, but they still pressed on and made a fetal heartbeat bill their number one priority, which means that they say that they are pro-life, but they care nothing about the living. So I refer to them as pro-birth because that is what they are.
But are they wrong? Is the science behind these abortion bills flawed? Could these bills do more harm than good?
5% of women will have an abortion at some time in their life. Pregnancy to term is 14 times more dangerous than an abortion. So if you're forced to carry a child to term, you have a 14 times better chance of dying than having a safe, legal abortion.
Our access to affordable health care is being threatened here in South Carolina, most notably with Planned Parenthood. Our state has attempted to limit our access to Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is a pillar for women's health care, not only because they are a few places in South Carolina where one can get an abortion, but also because of the affordable health care they provide.
Women in South Carolina particularly have not a lot of access to health care, particularly if you're a person of color or you live in a rural area. Planned Parenthood provides an array of services. I know when my husband and I were first trying to get pregnant, I thought I was pregnant and I went there for my pregnancy test and it was positive. So they do pregnancy testing, family planning, breast and cervical cancer screenings, well person checks, and a lot of great information. It's a full service type of clinic, not just abortions.
So, we are tired of the old men in charge telling us what we can and can't do with our bodies. But what can we do to change it?
It would be great if everyone would find out who represents them in the South Carolina legislature. You've got a House member and you've got a Senate member. And if you don't like some legislation or if you want to support some legislation, it's very important to contact your own House or Senate member and express your feelings about it because they pay attention to that.
In addition to that, vote. And in addition to that, if the first two don't, I would encourage them to get engaged and considering running against some of these folks that I serve with, because we have some folks up there who have been serving almost as long as I've been living, and that it's not helpful because they can't connect and can't relate to the plight of everyday people.
Our bodies aren't politics. You know what to do. Now let's do it.